Welcome to another edition of the Moss Sports Podcast. My name is Andy Robertson. I'm joined by the Emmy Award-winning Mauricio Beltran Hernandez, who looks like he's about out of it.
He's probably just woke up.
Yeah. He's all smiles now.
I'm up.
And Spencer Griffin. It's kind of a sorry, Spencer. That's kind of
yeah. What an introduction.
An afterthought.
And me.
And Spencer Griffin. I don't know that I've ever noticed those cards behind you. I like that.
Yeah, that's because usually I'm not at this angle. I'm at the other angle.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, appreciate it. And I just added these lights, trying to make it a little cozy in here.
Yeah, I hear you. Mo doesn't need to be getting too cozy today.
Nah, he'll fall asleep.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started on football. I don't know if you guys want to go the college direction or the pro direction. We can go either way.
Well, let's start with yesterday's games because by the time we get to the early slate of today's games, we might have a better idea of who won.
Yeah. So there were a number of upsets yesterday. Desmond Howard is looking like an idiot after we brought that up a couple weeks ago, after Spencer found it. Three of the teams that he picked to finish in the college football playoff lost yesterday. Number 6, Texas A&M lost to Appalachian State 17-14. Number 17, Pittsburgh lost to number 24, Tennessee 34-27. Number 9, Baylor lost to number 21, BYU 26-20. And just a couple other upsets to talk about. Number 8, Notre Dame lost to Marshall 26-21. Number 16, Florida lost to number 20, Kentucky 26-16. And number 25, Houston beat Texas Tech 33-30.
Beat by Texas Tech.
Beat by, yes. And then Texas probably should have beaten Alabama yesterday.
There's no probably. That's the one I was going to hop on immediately because that non-safety call made me so mad. It was horrible. They called targeting. I don't even understand what they
roughing. I think is what they called.
Well, they originally said roughing with targeting, which it was neither.
Come on.
So, but then they took back the targeting, but they couldn't take back the roughing because they had already called it, and he wasn't down, and it wouldn't have been roughing regardless, even if it just didn't make any sense. And of course, Bama ended up winning by 1. I mean, Texas also there was a face mask call, blatant face mask call they missed toward the end of the game. It was really, really bad by the refs there, which I hate to be that guy, but it was.
Yeah. That's bad.
I think everyone wanted Alabama to lose, even if it was right. Texas.
They looked horrible, man.
How come Alabama doesn't play like that when they play Arkansas?
Because usually, that's what I was talking to Andy about. I was like, maybe the reason they played so bad is because it was 11 a.m. kickoff, and usually they're playing primetime games.
Yeah.
We need to play them at 11.
Yeah. I'm surprised that wasn't a primetime game.
I don't know how it didn't get put there.
Here's the thing, that's what I thought too, right? Like it's a big game. Why isn't that on at 7 at primetime on? But here's the thing, because Fox doesn't get all these big college games, because usually ESPN gets the primetime games at 7.
Yeah.
On Saturdays, what Fox has on primetime is baseball games.
Oh.
So that's right.
They had They had the Astros, Angels, or something. At 7, at 6. So that's why the Alabama game couldn't be on at 7. It had to be on at 11 in the morning.
That's just poor planning.
But could they have not put it on another network? Or
but then you would have put it on Fox Sports, and not everybody gets that. So
right.
The ship would have sucked.
Well, I didn't know if one of the other. I don't know all the college football deals.
But I think the Fox has those the rights for those Big 12 games now, and those streaming rights are for the big games.
Yeah, it's a weird thing too with what they're doing with ESPN now. I think where they have the way the deals worked out, like Fox gets, the first pick or second pick 1 week, and then, the later picks next week. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know necessarily how it works, but
Well, going back to your don't want to be that guy to harp on officials. Like,
yeah,
I saw these kind of comments like Alabama had 15 penalties to Texas's 5. Like, Alabama fans are trying to point that out, but I think that also, like, you're not taking into account when those penalties happen.
true.
So, like,
and
a
if
safety.
you saw, yeah,
So, like, that play, I mean, that was a critical play that could have changed the course of the game. So, I mean, like, you can argue the penalty discrepancies, but it matters when and where the penalties happen, I guess.
and I feel like the people that argue with using that discrepancy didn't watch the game, because if you did, you would see that Alabama played an incredibly undisciplined game.
Yeah.
In fact, there was an instance where a Heisman, I don't want to say favorite, a Heisman candidate though, defensive player, linebacker Will Anderson made just a really bonehead late hit on a guy, on a runner that was down 2 or 3 seconds before he hit him again. And it's stuff like that Alabama was doing all game. And so it's no wonder they had, 3 times as many penalties as Texas. It's just like you said, and then it got into crunch time and it was even more blatant. So I think that argument's dumb. But to get to the other games,
well, just
A&M,
real quick, I just want to point
yeah.
out, Texas also suffered the loss of Quinn Ewers.
That's true.
For 4 to 6 weeks. So
did they confirm what it was? Was it a broken collarbone?
No, it was something like a sprain, something like
okay,
something in his arm,
sprain or something like that.
Okay, yeah, he sprained a collarbone.
Sprained AC
collarbone.
joint. It's probably an AC joint.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, that's going to be a rough one. Card came in and played pretty well, a lot better than I expected him to. Now, of course, all the Texas fans are going to say we would have beat Alabama if that injury hadn't happened, and they're probably right. But it sucks. It's kind of part of the game, and then they're also going to try to argue that it was a dirty hit, but it really wasn't. They called roughing the passer on that call, but the quarterback jumped in the air as he threw it. He got hit.
Yeah.
The guy landed on him. You have to call it because your body weight comes down on him. I don't like the call, but it is what it is.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to.
No.
But I just want to make that.
You're good. So App State proved to be a really tough out against North Carolina the first week.
That was a high-scoring game.
Yeah, it was. So people are saying App State just adapts to their opponent because now you got a low-scoring 17-14 game against A&M. A&M definitely got exposed, especially with their quarterback play. Haynes King is not the guy. They got to try the next man up, in my opinion. Pitt and Tennessee, that one didn't seem too much of an upset. I thought Tennessee may have actually been favored in that game. But that one wasn't as big of a deal to me. Of course, Baylor was, though, because BYU was down 2 of their top receivers.
Yeah.
And apparently Baylor's, and I didn't watch the game, but apparently Baylor's receivers looked really, really bad. So that one was a bit disappointing. Notre Dame losing to Marshall was just hilarious. And Florida and Kentucky, that surprised me a bit. I really thought Florida would handle them, but going by where they're ranked, I guess it's not a huge upset, but in my opinion, it kind of is.
Yeah, Florida's quarterback did horrible yesterday.
Yeah, especially after that first week, he was touted as being one of the Heisman favorites after some of those plays.
Yeah, 14 of 35, 143 yards and 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
you can't be doing that and being in a Heisman conversation. Kentucky's had a pretty good defense the last several years too.
That's true. Yeah. So you put in the notes, and I assume this is talking about Houston and Texas Tech. You said, why are they always ranked so high?
No, that meant to be for Notre Dame.
Okay.
I mean, we already know the answer, but
yeah, you're right. It is reputation, and they usually play not the greatest schedule as an independent, but
yeah, I mean they have a new coach this year too, so
props to the Sun Belt though. Sun Belt crushing it, because we also had another upset you didn't put on here, and that was Nebraska I don't know. I guess if you want to call it an upset, Nebraska losing to who was it again?
Georgia Southern.
Oh yeah, Georgia Southern, and that caused Scott Frost to lose his job 2 weeks. What is it? 2 or 3 weeks before the buyout.
October 1st.
$7.5 million. So Nebraska said we've had enough.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Somebody that was just so funny.
I saw somebody who's like, "Don't be touting." I think it was a local person, but they're like, "Don't be touting the Sun Belt when Arkansas State gets beat 45-12." So, but I mean, it's Ohio State, so you can't really expect too much there.
But you would think after all this time, Arkansas State could have gotten better, and it seems like all these new Sun Belt teams are like way ahead of them.
Well, not only that, like, so you've got other Sun Belt teams that have been pretty good in the past. So you've also got Coastal Carolina, which we saw last year was pretty high ranked during most of the season. I think it was the last 2 years. And then, Old Dominion had an upset last week. You've also got James Madison, who just made the move to FBS, but they're no slouch for sure. In fact, I think they had a blowout win in their first week. So Sunbelt, it's way better than people give them credit for. And I think this week really, really showed them that, guys like or teams like App State, like Mo said, Old Dominion, James Madison, and then of course Marshall is they're not to be played with, and that'll be an interesting game, App State and Marshall. And because of the App State upset, College Game Day for ESPN is actually going to Boone, West Virginia, so that should be really exciting for that town.
Mm-hmm. When are they going?
This upcoming week.
Yeah.
Damn. I can't even remember the matchup. I really don't.
I wish game day would go to the smaller colleges. I get going to the bigger ones, but I don't know. I just thought it would be cool for game day to go to some of the smaller ones, or even bigger FCS games.
I think every now and then they do go to an FCS, maybe once a year, or maybe not even that, but
like every 5 years. Because one time they did it from this. It was like a Division III school, like in Pennsylvania, and it was like Penn William College or something against the Purple Cows of some other college or something.
Bishop Sycamore.
I could see them going to a Jackson State game this year. I really could.
Yeah, if they ever get some water down there.
Yeah, that's a horrible situation. Did you see the video out of the video that went viral from that? Somebody's tap water from the sink. It was just, it was straight dark brown. It was awful. It was rough. So they're having to deal with that. I think Deion Sanders have said some stuff about that, but it's a tough situation down there.
Yeah, Deion Sanders has definitely brought a lot of attention to Jackson State.
Yeah, I really
and
like
that's
what
good.
He's doing.
I mean, I like he has, and it just helps FCS football as a whole, I think.
Yeah, for sure, and the HCBUs.
Yeah,
HBCU.
Historically black college.
Transpose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of crazy games yesterday. I think I don't know where this falls on the schedule, but Arkansas BYU is probably going to be a pretty interesting game when that comes around.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, so Arkansas plays. Bobby Petrino comes back to town this upcoming weekend, and then I think it's BYU after that. Is that correct?
I think I saw it was.
It's Missouri State, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Alabama.
October 15th.
Oh, okay. And it's not for a minute then.
And they're going to
BYU.
Yeah, they're going to BYU.
Let me look up real quick because I think BYU's actually got some pretty one pretty tough game.
They're playing Oregon next week.
There it is. Yeah, and Oregon actually looked really well. Obviously, they had to play Georgia the first game, and Georgia's just been crushing everybody. But this last game, of course, it was Eastern Washington. It's an FCS school, but it's a good FCS school. They beat Eastern Washington 70-14. So I think had they not had Georgia as the first game, we would be talking a little bit more about them and about their ability to possibly upset, which I guess now it would be an upset. I don't know if it would be if they hadn't played Georgia. But I think they have a chance to upset BYU if they play their cards right.
Yeah, I'm just going through here looking at FCS scores because I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, I'm guilty of not watching the Thursday night football or Thursday night NFL game because I was watching UT Martin and Missouri State, Andy's old hometown. So
Yeah.
it ended up being a good game too.
Yep. Bobby Petrino's got them playing really well.
He really does.
I'm not going to say they're going to put up a good fight against Arkansas, but I think it'll be probably a little closer than what people think.
That's what I'm thinking too. Arkansas historically struggles a little bit with the mobile quarterbacks, and
yeah,
Missouri State's got.
Shelley's a good one.
Yeah, he's speedy.
Yeah. Ooh, Coastal Carolina barely got past Gardner Webb.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That shocked me. That's not Sunbelt at all, Coastal. Come on.
Okay.
All right. You guys want to move into some NFL action? You might have some score updates that I am not.
Oh my gosh.
Don't. Oh no, don't tell me. It's bad.
Right when you said that, I looked up and you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I'm ready to be let down.
McPherson just shanked a kick.
For the loss or
for the win? Like it would have been for the win, and he shanked it.
Oh, how many minutes are left in that one?
3:33 left.
Oh, we have a chance for the tie.
Wow, he drilled a 59-yarder earlier this game too, which is
not only that. I think he drilled like a 50-yarder after that too.
Yeah,
it was two over 50.
Yeah,
and then he's missed two in a row. Well, one of them was
one of them PAT. Blocked. Yeah,
God bless. I know my friend Cody's just losing it right now.
I'm sure Jorge is too.
Yeah. Oh. Do we have a final on the Colts Texans?
They're in overtime.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. 2020.
If we get two ties in week one, I'm going to be ecstatic.
Oh, New Orleans came back and beat the Falcons 27-26.
Just Atlanta things.
The Falcons we're going to try a 63-yard kick with like 2 seconds left.
Did they really?
It got blocked, and then the Matt Ryan tried to grab it and run with it, but he got tackled.
Oh my God!
Who?
The Matt Ryan?
No, it definitely wasn't Matt Ryan.
I thought he said Matt Bryant for a second. I was like,
Mariota.
No, it wasn't. It was. I guess it probably was a backup quarterback. No,
Felipe
it was like
Franks?
Felipe.
Whoever was the holder for the kick.
Isn't that usually the punter though?
No, I thought it was usually backup quarterback.
Yeah,
it depends. I disagree because I saw a punter holding for punter holds for the Ravens, punter held for the Colts. Yeah,
the punter holds for the Chiefs. Tommy Townsend.
So get wrecked, Mo.
Well, I guess this is more recent news. We'll go ahead and talk about this because Spencer, you probably have a lot more knowledge about this. Lamar Jackson set a deadline for the Ravens for an extension. I guess they offered one. I saw 133 million over the course of like
guaranteed. Yeah, that guaranteed. Was just the guaranteed money. It was like 250.
Yeah, it would have paid him more than Russell Wilson's contract, but I guess he's wanting the guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come to an agreement Friday, which was Lamar Jackson's deadline, and so now he's playing on the last year of his deal.
So, first of all, I get it from both sides. If you're the Ravens, you don't want to give all that guarantee, especially with the style of play being as risky as it is and relatively new and unknown. From Lamar's side, I get it. You want all that money, especially after the Deshaun Watson deal, and you didn't do all that stuff. So, obviously, he's still super young and good. So, I get it from both sides. He's still going to play, obviously, this season on the last year of his contract, and then they can franchise tag him after that if they need to. I hope that it's going to be similar to when Joe Flacco played on the last year of his contract and won the Ravens the Super Bowl. But, I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. But that would be nice.
Oh, boy. I remember that postseason so well.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
It sounded like Andy said something else.
I thought so too, Mo. I was like, no. I was like, we're gonna have to bleep that.
What'd you think I said?
Well, so let's just say it's part of the female anatomy, and it's a crass term.
Okay.
Because he was like Joe Flacco in the last year, and you're like, I remember the
first season.
I remember that big well. I was like, I didn't know you hated Joe Flacco.
I know he had it. He just went in on him.
Yeah, he was not having it.
That was really funny. I might have to go back and listen to this and just clip that one part and just send it.
Jeez.
But
And he's
Yeah.
about to roast you, Mo.
no, I wasn't. I was going to ask Mo what happened Thursday night because the NFL kicked off Thursday night with the defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. I almost said St. Louis. Los Angeles Rams against the Super Bowl favorite for this year, Buffalo Bills, and the Bills looked the part. The Rams did not. What was going on, Mo?
Man, I saw that game, like, and I was like, what's going on? Like, the offense couldn't do anything. The offensive line was terrible. Like, I could not tell you who the left tackle is.
Well, yeah, it's not Whitworth, that's for sure.
No.
And the receivers, like, unless Coop was open, like the other guys couldn't do anything. And then Ramsey's getting burned for all these touchdowns. And I'm like, man, this.
Oh, Ramsey had a rough night.
I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah, I saw. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was a tweet I saw that the Rams are really putting out a bunch of white guys to be.
That's what I was
Cooper
about to
Kupp.
say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It was so funny. But what? Yeah. So I think like also a lot of people are talking about Cam Akers. Like,
Yeah.
what happened there? Because he had three carries for 0 yards. Somebody did post a video of him missing like a super key block
Yeah.
on a blitzer, not picking that up, and maybe that's why he didn't get a whole lot of playing time because his blocking was suffering. But I don't know.
I saw someone refute it by saying it was supposed to be like a release. So like he was supposed to check for a blocker or a linebacker. And I guess he didn't. I don't know. Didn't see him or didn't pick him up.
Yeah. Well, you got to see him. You
right,
gotta
pick him up. I think they were kind of defending the play.
Yeah, I guess.
What happened.
But I mean, you see that wide open, like he's coming in untouched. You got to do something, or Stafford's going to get blown up, and he's already hurt.
But no, I think Mauricio, I think you hit everything that I was going to talk about. I watched a little bit of the game, not the whole thing, but it seemed like every time Stafford dropped back, he was under pressure. He got sacked 7 times. Seemed like he was trying to look down the field the whole time. Offensive line looked horrible for the Rams, and then it seems like Cooper Kupp was pretty much the Rams' only offense. He had 15 targets, caught 13 of them. Tyler Higbee had 11 targets, something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just like Cooper Kupp and nothing else. It seemed like. Alternatively, Josh Allen went 17 of 18 to start the game, but that was with a pick. And Gabe Davis still haunts my dreams.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that trade for him. So luckily we vetoed your dad trying to pull one over on us, trying to trade Greg Kittle for Cooper Kupp, and we said no.
Yeah,
because Eric needs. Sorry, I'm sorry, Eric. Turn this podcast off right now if you're listening, because we're about to rip you. Don't have your whole team be from the 49ers. It's just not going to work, especially now that we know your quarterback is booty.
Well, I offered Deebo Samuel and Drake London for Cooper Kupp just because I was like, he's a 49ers fan. He's been trying to pick up 49ers.
Yeah.
Steal.
No. Is it a tie? Is it going to be a tie?
Boswell lined up for a 55-yarder, and he doinked it off the upper end. 2:22 left.
How many?
2:22. Turn this game off. I want to watch Chiefs.
What's we got update on the other potential tie, Mo?
Let's see.
40 seconds.
Oh,
Houston at just past midfield.
Oh no, miss a field goal. This has got to be historic. If it happens, like there's got to be like no time that there was 2 ties in the first week.
Okay, I don't want to watch this game anymore.
I hope so, because then I always root for the tie, mainly because I want the NFL to do something about this garbage. Like, how are they going to be a tie?
I don't know. It's crazy. Like, come on now. But some other earlier game stuff. It just seems like the offenses were really struggling for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
And the game that's still going on right now, the Bengals offensive line has been trash. Although you do got to keep in mind that it is a really good Steelers defense.
Right.
Steelers offense
Burrow's been sacked 6 times and has thrown 4 interceptions.
And he fumbled once.
Yeah, and he did.
So, not great.
Yeah, some people were wondering if this is caused by the lack of preseason playtime for these teams.
Ooh, that's a good point because a lot of they set out a lot of players this year.
Yeah,
Which I kind of get. I don't know. That's tough. It's a tough call because you want them to be warm for the regular season, but you don't want them to get hurt in a meaningless game.
Because
Yeah.
like most a lot of teams don't even play like the starters in any of the games at all anymore.
Mm-mm.
Which makes sense. Which I wouldn't do. I wouldn't play anybody.
See, yeah, I don't think I'd play anybody either. I think I would just go ahead and risk being rusty in the first half of the first game and just call it a day.
Because you don't want to, go into week 1 and like 3 guys are out already.
Exactly. Which the Ravens were already missing a lot of dudes in this first week, which is not surprising. They got decimated with injuries last year. Like, come on now.
Yeah, the Colts started out pretty slow. Let's see who else. The Saints were slow.
They're not picking up the pace.
To be fair,
Oh yeah,
Patriots. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Mac Jones is that great of a quarterback.
Last season made it look like he was really good, but I'm like now questioning everything.
See, yeah, I agree with Mo. I thought last season I was like, oh, he might be it. But
even like for me last year, I didn't even think Mac Jones was that great. It's just that the Patriots got hot for that stretch of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because wasn't that 900-yard rushing carries by the Patriots against the Bills? Wasn't that in that stretch?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Or they only threw it like 3 times?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That game in Buffalo, it was like 3 passes and that's it.
That was funny. But yeah, and this goes beyond Mac Jones. The entire Patriots organization looked pretty rough today, and it's against a Dolphins team that they're used to playing. So
yeah,
man, Lovie Smith is playing for a tie right now.
Yes. First of all, I love Lovie Smith just because of his beard. Second of all, go tie.
They're at midfield, right past the 50, 4th and 3. Instead of going for it with 20 seconds left, they punted the ball away.
We're gonna get it.
I'm like, what are you doing, Lovey? Like, what the fuck? Like, just go for it.
I thought you meant he was like taking a knee.
No, like it's
bro. Imagine
the midfield and like you're like, just go for it.
Well,
and he punted it away to the Colts, but I'm like, you're literally playing for the tie.
That is weird, but I'm all for it, of course.
Well, the Chiefs have scored, and I haven't been able to watch it because I've been watching this.
Who did they score?
Mahomes to Kelsey.
Okay, good. Because I've got Mahomes.
And then
Tyreek Hill did good without Mahomes, by the way. So that was good.
8 catches for 94 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, Hill's always going to get his.
Yeah, he had one snag that was really good, especially considering he's not, the biggest guy. He had a one-handed grab that he was draped all over by the D-back, and that impressed me more than anything, really. And especially because the Patriots defense is usually pretty good.
Now all the Steelers players are getting hurt.
Jesus.
What a mess. How much time's left?
138 in this one.
Okay. And then Mo?
They're just letting the clock run out. It was 10 seconds, and Matt Ryan threw a pass.
How exciting.
Roger Goodell is fuming right now.
I know.
They called a timeout with 2 seconds. I don't know why.
They're going for the hook and ladder.
I guess because they're like basically 2 yards off from their goal line.
Watch them throw a pick six. I would die. I would absolutely lose it. Or a safety.
Trevor Lawrence is a bad quarterback still.
No, that disappointed me because I got Christian Kirk, who put up some great numbers. But did they end up losing?
Yeah.
Yep,
no way.
22.
Wow. They had that one in the bag too.
Yeah.
What's the surprise one that actually you wouldn't think they would score that many points is the Lions-Eagles game?
Yeah, the Lions came out looking really good and then didn't look good, and then I guess they started looking a lot better at the end.
I don't even know, I was watching that game a little bit, and I don't even know what to think, if the Lions are worse than I thought they would be, or if the Eagles are better than I thought they would be. I really don't know.
I don't know, but DeAndre Swift went off 144 yards, a touchdown on 15 carries.
That dude's good. Jamal
Yeah.
Williams is good too. Their running game's fine. I think it's Jared Goff that's really an issue there.
If they had a quarterback, which that's a bad thing, like they may be almost too. Oh, Burrow fumbled again. What an idiot.
No, is it? Where's the ball?
Well, Cincinnati picked it back up and
Oh, thank God.
within the 40. I drafted Burrow on one of my teams, and
it's okay. My mom did too. She also had Duvernay on the bench, and I told her to play somebody that did really bad that we just talked about, and I can't remember. He didn't do really bad, but he did great. Travis Etienne. I was like, definitely play him.
James Robinson got the better game there.
I thought they'd be playing him slow, but
I don't know.
But let's not expect too much from the Jags though, because Urban Meyer set them back quite a ways.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Trevor Lawrence would come out looking a lot better, especially against the Commanders. And
I don't like that guy, to be honest. But Lawrence, I need him to get Christian Kirk the ball.
He's not my favorite player, but after last season, I kind of want him to succeed.
My wife doesn't like him. She said that his face is too big, or whatever that means. So
cool.
Take that for what it is. Trevor Lawrence.
It's too big.
But also, it's one of those things that, like, every time we were watching college football, whenever he was in college, his face was always on the TV. So I get that. And for some reason, every time she looks at the TV when we're watching NFL, Kirk Cousins is always on the TV. So she doesn't like him either.
You like that?
Yeah, she does not like that.
Oh, they may be ruling Burrow down.
Is that a bad thing?
Or he got sacked. It'll be a bad thing because of where the Bengals got to.
But, I mean, as long as they covered it.
Be 4th and 16 if they count the sack.
Sweet, a punt. That's all I ask. Pin them back.
I just want to watch the Chiefs.
You're witnessing history here, and you're complaining about it.
Yeah, because I can't watch I don't care about these teams.
I do, because they're in the Ravens division.
Yeah.
And a tie would be great.
Let them tie and then move on.
Did the Panthers end up winning? I can't remember.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Baker's, I want to say, return to Cleveland. I'm like, I sent you guys a message, like all these home teams wearing white uniforms was throwing me off today.
Oh, yeah. It is odd.
But, and then they punted in the end zone. Good job, Bengals.
We got tie yet?
21 seconds.
Oh, where's the ball?
I don't know. Boswell's. I haven't seen Boswell's.
Oh, no.
It's 45.
At Bengals 45?
Bengals 45.
Crap.
But I don't know what in other football stuff we had to talk about other than these early games. Well, they just got into field goal range.
Are they about? Is that field goal range though?
35.
They are now?
Yeah.
I thought you said 45.
They're about to spike the football.
I
hope he hits. I hope he misses it.
I do too. He better shank this.
Cincinnati doesn't have neither team has timeouts, I don't think.
So they have to just go kick it until the NFL says, here's some more commercials?
Yeah. That's exactly right. You want me to give you a play-by-play?
I really do. In fact, I don't know. Are you on a laptop?
For what? To watch it?
Yeah.
No.
Turn me.
Turn me around.
Can you? He can. Oh, is this projector?
Yep, projector.
Oh, snap.
How do I get this angle?
We definitely can't put this on YouTube. Just kidding.
They threw it again?
Wait. Is there any more time? Is that game?
There's like 5 seconds left.
Oh. So
Sorry,
now he's
guys.
coming out.
I'm trying to get this angle.
No,
Okay.
I'm fine. Just keep it there. Oh, he's almost at midfield, isn't he? What does it say? 53 yards?
Yeah, 53.
Oh, come on.
Good job
Please.
bringing it backward.
It's not backward for me.
Oh. It's
Shank
backward on
it!
mine.
Shank it! Ah! No, he almost got it blocked. God bless it.
No.
Oh, my
Only-
life is in shambles.
Only one tie today.
That makes me sad. What an ugly game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the Steelers need to work on some offense because when you forced 5 turnovers from a quarterback, 4 of them in the first half, and then you had to win on an overtime field goal from 53 yards with time expiring. That's not good.
Well, to be fair, they have a not so great quarterback.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get. Like they're starting him, and why not go ahead and start Kenny Pickett because he's shown more promise than.
All right, turn this game over. Chiefs are about to score again.
Do you got the projector in there?
Yeah, in my bedroom.
I thought you had it in the living room.
No, there's not a good place to put it.
You could always hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, but the ceiling's really high, and we just have like a super long.
That's true. Yeah. Hang it on like the back wall then.
Well, it's an open floor plan, so it kind of goes back into the
little tough. Yeah.
Dining room, kitchen area.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hopefully Mauricio can move into open floor plan soon and get the heck out of that apartment that keeps flooding.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, great! More commercials.
Did you see the Chiefs? I think the kicker went out.
Butker?
Yeah, they took him to the locker room.
Okay, so Justin Reed's going to be kicking then.
I'm not a big injury. I hate injuries, obviously, but that one is kind of funny because I traded my mom Butker for Justin Tucker. I think. Oh wait, no. I had Robbie Gould. Never mind. I was gonna get Butker.
Well, it's okay because the Cardinals, I don't think, are going to be that good this year, and J.J. Watt's not playing. So
a lot of people think they are. A lot of people have the Cardinals win a lot of games.
Mahomes to Edwards-Helaire for a touchdown.
That's good.
Thanks, NFL, for all these commercials.
Shame on the person that wouldn't trade me for Edwards-Helaire. Who was that?
He's not going to be I don't know that he's going to be their prominent running back this year.
You don't think so?
No, I think
that sounds like a fair trade for Kareem Hunt then.
Well, Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns today.
Yeah, I honestly, you're welcome, Mo. But I don't care because I don't want him on my team.
I was going to say something to you about that, but then I figured that would be your reaction.
Yeah. So it's like I had to do what I had to do.
Loss by subtraction.
Addition by subtraction. Maybe. It just made my heart feel better.
Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about for NFL because the other games.
Who's that Reed guy, Andy, that's kicking right
Justin
now?
Reed, he was a safety. Well, I don't know if he will kick, but he was the safety for the Texans they signed in the offseason. And he nailed a pretty long field goal in preseason. And so
wow. He might actually kick.
Yeah, he might be the kicker the rest of the game if Butker's out.
Either him or the punter.
Are you getting to watch a Chiefs game, Mo?
Yeah, they have the Chiefs the Cardinals game here on CBS.
Everybody can watch it but you. It knows that you're a fan, and it's like, fans are always blacked out.
I should have turned it on the Red Zone channel, but
well, it's because you guys had the Pittsburgh Bengals game on CBS over there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you had to wait till the.
That's exactly what it was.
Well, even then, the Chiefs were about to score, and they're like, "We're going to go to commercials."
Let me bring this up too, and this goes for college and NFL. CBS has and really any show on CBS. CBS has the most commercials per show, if you want to say. I think statistically, it's crazy. Every time I watch a college game, NFL game, try to watch a show on CBS, it's always just loaded with commercials. It's so annoying.
I think Justin Reed just kicked off.
Did he really?
And he kicked it through the uprights.
Oh, what a beast. He might have just changed his career. Extended it.
He did kick off.
Good deal. What we can talk about is some upcoming games and give some predictions because obviously they'll have been played by the time this comes out, so we'll either look really dumb or really smart.
Are you talking to the rest of NFL today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the Chiefs should beat the Cardinals.
So you're already saying that's happening. You're right, though. You're right.
I mean, before they even played today, I was thinking that because, Arizona's down. J.J. Watt. People have said their defense isn't that good this year. What I've heard.
What's wrong with J.J. Watt?
Something always hurt.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's crazy because remember the first 10 years he never missed a game, and after that he's just been injured.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Somebody asked TJ Watt who's better, him or JJ Watt, and he was like, Well, my brother during his prime was the best player in the NFL, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
so,
mean, to be fair, TJ's been the best player, arguably, either him or Aaron Donald. So, I mean, some of the plays
yeah,
TJ made today, and I really can't stand TJ, but some of the plays he made today were incredible.
yeah. It looked like Butker rolled his ankle
Okay.
On the kickoff.
on
That's
a
not good.
kickoff. Yeah,
That's not good for a kicker. It would have been something if he just, hurt his arm, but
yeah.
so yeah, give us the upcoming NFL games tonight
So the
or
Raiders and
today.
Chargers are playing right now, 3-3 tie with 28 seconds left in the first.
That actually might be a close one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
The Raiders.
Oh,
On the split. I was going to
Okay.
go with the Chargers.
I think that'll be a really good one. That has the potential to go into overtime and hopefully end in a tie.
And then
I know we got Packers and
Vikings are on right now.
Yeah, I think Vikings are going to take that one. Packers are pretty set out for injuries right now.
Yeah. The Packers defense is really good though. So
That's true. But I mean, they're missing their left tackle, Bakhtari. They're missing
Bakhtiari. He's always hurt.
Yeah, they're missing Alan Lazard.
Lizard.
I think it's his first name.
Yeah.
I think they're missing another guy I can't think of, but yeah, they've got some pretty prominent injuries. I don't think that's going to go too well for them.
Yeah.
You saw that from talking about TJ Watt right now.
Yeah.
It's the breaking news that they believe that he tore his pectoral muscle.
Shut up.
Yeah, and they're gonna he's gonna undergo scans tomorrow to confirm the diagnosis.
Well,
for being too much of a beast.
Yeah, rip to the Watt family. He needs the deer antler spray like Ray Lewis had.
Oh yeah.
You mean the whole Ravens defense that year?
Listen. We had to do what we had to do.
So I saw this video, like the short video the other day of this guy talking about the 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
Oh yeah,
that team was so nasty in terms of NFL talent. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. And then he was like rattling off the names, and like their backfield had like Quentin Portis, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Wide receivers were like Andre Johnson and somebody else prominent. I forget. And they had Ed Reed, and corners were nasty. Like it was
incredible.
Disgusting how good that team was.
Who's the night game tonight?
Cowboys and Buccaneers. And
the other actually could be close.
Yeah. The other game today or right now is the Giants and Titans.
Titans that'll be a Titans. Cowboys and Buccaneers. I think I would give that one to the Cowboys.
I'll just see where it.
I think Bucks are favored by 2.
It's in Dallas. 2.5 favorites.
Yeah, I give that one to the Cowboys.
And then tomorrow night will be Russell Wilson's return to Seattle.
Yeah, and I think that Denver will kill them.
Denver is a 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah, Seattle don't have no quarterback, and Denver's defense is good.
Yeah, so, yeah, we have some Major League Baseball news that we can talk about for a second.
I was gonna see if you wanted to. We don't have to. But if you wanted to, I was gonna pick a few games for college football.
Oh, okay.
For next week to see if you guys wanted to maybe kind of make some predictions on that. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got number 22 Penn State and Auburn.
Penn State's a 3-point favorite.
And Auburn looked
that'll change during the course of the week, though.
Auburn looked really bad, but Penn State doesn't really look great either.
I'll go with Penn State.
I think that'll be an ugly game, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think I'll go Penn State, too. And then you got to wonder, too, how hot the seat is getting for Brian Harsin over there. Auburn likes to fire coaches real quick.
Especially with everything from, was it the offseason or last season?
It was last season.
Okay. About how he was like a terrible person to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got number 12 BYU, number 25 Oregon that we mentioned earlier, which ought to be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Honest.
BYU is a 3.5 point favorite. No, Oregon's a favorite.
Yeah, that's because it's at Oregon. I would imagine that's the only reason.
I'll go Oregon.
That's kind of what I was thinking. What about give me Ole Miss and Georgia Tech?
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
16-point favorites. Oh, Mauricio hasn't been picking this whole time.
Sorry. Alabama and ULM. The only reason I bring that up is because they beat Alabama when Nick Saban was there.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
I was gonna say Liberty and Wake Forest, but Wake Forest will beat them. Texas Tech and NC State might be interesting. What's the line on that?
Wolfpack are favored by 8.
8? I think Texas Tech covers that spread, but I don't think they win.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a ton of great games.
Ooh, Michigan State and Washington. Michigan State's only favored by 1.
Yeah, who did Washington just play? Do you know? I feel like they had a decent win, and it may have been an upset.
I'll try and find it real quick. Oh, I mean, no, I can't find it.
Washington State?
Nah, Washington. Oh, Washington State did have an upset.
So Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I bet it was.
It looks like Washington didn't play yesterday.
What? They already had a bye week?
Looks like it.
Well, that sucks. Imagine having that early of a bye week. Jeez. One, just because I've been paying attention to University of Texas of San Antonio against Texas. Got in-state matchup, and former Arkansas Razorback head coach, former Arkansas Razorback running back over there, and UTSA's been looking pretty decent.
Who's the coach?
Barry Lunny?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think that could be a potential for upset. I don't know if it'll happen after seeing how Texas played Alabama, but they could be exhausted from playing Alabama.
Yeah, Texas is a 13-point favorite in that one.
Jeez. I think UTSA beats the spread but loses.
Ooh, Miami and Texas A&M are playing next
I was
week.
looking at
Texas
that,
A&M is a 6.5-point favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing in College Station.
Who did Miami? Miami played a messy game last week.
They played Southern Miss, and then last week it was like Bethany Cookman.
Oh, it wasn't.
Cookman.
Never mind. It wasn't messy. It was 30-7. It started off messy though. I think Texas A&M loses again if they play Haynes King as the quarterback. They got to change that.
So, at what point would Texas A&M fire Jimbo Fisher?
I was wondering that too. I saw where him and Kevin Sumlin's resumes are very similar, starting in like the first 50 games or something.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbo has like one more loss.
So, who is Texas A&M's rival now? Is it Arkansas? Is that their biggest rival?
I think it's still Texas. They just don't play them.
Right.
Yeah.
The rivalry they built for them when they moved to the SC was like the LSU game because now they play each other on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hate those stupid manufactured rivalries. So you have that, and then you have them trying to make Arkansas and Missouri something, and it's definitely not.
No.
We should start trying to make fantasy football deals on trades in the podcast.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Like, what will it take to get Patrick Mahomes from you, Spencer?
Oh, who you got? I got to look at your.
I mean, you're not too high on my team.
I'm not, but obviously some stuff has happened this week, and I can be super reactive to it.
Yeah.
I can't even see your team yet. Oh, here you
You
are.
don't want anybody. Amon St. Brown might be the only guy you want.
Nah, Debo might be worth it. Not just Debo, though.
I picked up Michael Thomas, and he had a good game.
I saw that, and I'm considering it because I do like Michael Thomas. Oh, because I do have Kirk Cousins, and he's a pretty solid quarterback.
Yeah.
But then that means I'd probably, this is juicy.
You have anybody you want to trade, Mauricio?
Dang, St. Brown had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, the Cardinals score.
James Conner. I have him on another team, so that's okay.
Oh, you got me licking my chops now. Let me think about this. I might float one over your way later after I've had a few drinks.
Okay.
I'll regret it, but, it's just for fun.
We were trading last year, and it helped out both of us. So
They did. I don't know if it helped out me much, but
I mean,
I did.
Both...
I played a FanDuel last night, yesterday in college football, and I came in first of 100 people. Very proud. It helped that the main team sucked. So hit us with the MLB news.
Yeah, so this past week, the league's competition committee they approved a pitch clock of 15 seconds with empty bases and 20 seconds with runners on. A defensive alignment must include two fielders on each side of second base bag with both feet on the dirt, as well as rules limiting pickoff moves and expanding the size of bases.
Wait, I didn't hear about the pickoff moves. Well, I think I heard it. It just sounded vague. Did we have specifics on that?
No, I mean, they can do it however many times they want to right now, so I assume it's
Wait,
probably a small number.
you think they're going to limit how many times you can attempt a pickoff? How
Yeah.
dumb is that? Because obviously, if you reach the max, that dude's going to steal immediately.
Right. Well, I think that's also the expanding of the bases, the size of the bases. I think that's kind of the emphasis there of wanting to encourage more base stealing because, I mean,
Oh, I see.
the league has gotten away from stealing largely.
Yeah, it really has.
And that's, I mean, the philosophy's changed. You don't want to make outs on the bases as opposed to, hitting into outs. And so I think that's to help that. The shift, I'm indifferent on it.
I was going to say, me and you have gone back and forth on this.
I mean, in some ways, I think so. The key points to this is to speed up the game and help offense come back into the game more.
Yeah.
Last season, there was this whole deal about the spider tack and sticky substances on the pitchers, but their spin rate's gone up to like the highest it's ever been this year, so they've kind of relaxed on it.
Some guy's throwing 100-mile-an-hour sinker out there now.
Yeah, like MLB doesn't really care. But yeah, these rule changes are to put more offense in the game and speed up the time of play. I mean, I don't really have any problem with any of them. The shift is the one that I'm kind of on the fence about. Because a large part of me is like, well, you should be able to line up however you want to. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It's a strategy.
That's my view.
Another part of me is like, well, it's really
Bro's asleep.
No,
Oh,
I'm listening to it.
but it's really taken the offense out of the game because you've got a guy playing in short right field and for left-handed batters, and left-handed batters are pretty much the not the beneficiaries, but the opposite of that. And whereas the shift kind of, I feel like it favors right-handed batters a little more.
So my thing about, so you said that it's to bring more offense into the game, but to me, it's like the offense. I don't think they're having a down year as far as offense goes at all. You've got Aaron Judge hitting; he's almost at 60 home runs. You've got geriatric Albert Pujols still hitting bombs. Some guy the other night just hit a 500+ feet homer. Like dudes are jacking it out of the park. Like.
Yeah,
it's not like there's no offense, and we're not seeing very many no-hitters, perfect games, or anything like that either.
Yeah, but I mean, so the tough thing about that is like that's only 3 instances, and I know that's not like everything, but batting average has fallen to.
To be fair, with Aaron Judge, it's 60 instances.
To be fair,
and with Albert Pujols, it's 696 instances.
Well,
not this year, but yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, Pujols is very well protected in that lineup.
Yeah.
And then like that CJ Cron homer, I mean, it's Coors Field. The balls fly out like it's nothing there.
And then Aaron Judge can be viewed as an anomaly because he's a freak athlete.
Yeah, he's insane.
For Shohei.
So yeah, I mean, well, the game's also shifted to where you're relying on home runs more to manufacture runs, and so I mean, it's not a banning of the shift, but that's what they're calling it. It's to help get more base hits and stuff like that to help the game be more exciting.
I can agree with that because I would like to see more small ball being played because personally I think it's fun to watch because I mean home run's a home run, but small ball can happen a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and then the other big news this week was the MLB has they will voluntarily recognize minor league players' unionization with the MLBPA. So
That's good.
That could mean a lot of large steps in terms of fair pay and
I was going to say What's
minor
the
leaguers are
catch?
treated. Yeah. So I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah. I mean
But
that seemed good as long as like I said, as long as there's no major catch there.
yeah,
But with Manfred, I'm not sure.
yeah. But anyway, I mean that's what we got for news stuff this week.
Guess
I don't
if
know.
you want to hit another update, the Braves for the first time this season have taken sole first place of their division.
Yeah. Both New York teams have not been playing well lately.
Yeah. So.
And we're getting to. I mean, there's probably like 20 days left of the regular season.
How many games up are the Cardinals in theirs?
Oh, hold on. They are 8.5 in front.
Okay.
For
some reason, I've been paying more attention this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the Mets are back in first now. I guess the Braves
never mind.
Lost yesterday.
Ignore that.
Yeah. Mets are back in. Well, I mean, you had a valid point. It had been like early April since the Mets had a lead, and the Braves are kind of squashing that World Series hangover thing.
Yeah, which we saw. If you want to, and not that this team going back to the NFL, not that this team won the Super Bowl, but they were in it. The Bengals, you could see that Super Bowl hangover was hard.
Well, I was gonna also bring up the Rams as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, just to sway you some more, Patrick Mahomes has like something on his non-throwing hand.
Like he's injured. Yeah, so it's probably like a disease.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of him, right?
Yeah. No, he seriously does.
Mauricio but it's his non-throwing hand. He don't need it.
He might need it to grip the ball.
Is it bad though? Are they like taking him out and looking at it?
No, I mean he's playing.
Yeah.
It must have happened
something. You say something on it like a brace or?
Well,
like
I don't
tape?
want to call it a cast. It looks more like tape than anything.
Okay, that is a little something.
Yeah, it's more like tape, but I don't know that it's.
I think what's gonna sway me the most is how Aaron Rodgers plays today. I think that's the biggest thing. And Mauricio, you see my team name on there?
No, what is it?
Are you sad? Nah, just go look.
Your team name?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Something you didn't know.
Nah, that
it's true.
It's true.
You see the resemblance?
You can tell right away.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister's projected to beat you, Spencer.
No! Why? What happened? Oh, she got some good players playing right now.
Yeah, she was. I told her yesterday. It was like,
team's good.
You waited until like 7 hours before we drafted to say you're not going to play, and then so I took control of your team and put all your players on the bench because that's not fair to everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say honestly, I'm glad that she chose to play, even if I lose this week. Nobody wants a free win like that. It's just kind of cheap, especially if I would have got a free win and then she was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to play."
Well, I was also thinking like. Some teams are going to play her twice, while others probably won't. I was that was
wondering about that. Yeah.
That was another thing where I was kind of like, I don't know.
Technically, you could have controlled her team and just made the lineups the best you could, and then just kind of went from there.
I thought about that, but
it's whatever because she's playing now.
Yeah, she's not playing with a kicker because she never picked one up.
I noticed that. That's interesting, and I think she didn't have a defense either. She's going to beat me without a kicker and a defense.
Well, she's got a defense in now.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah. It was Philadelphia.
Oh, dang. That ended up being okay.
Yeah.
So funny.
So I don't know if you guys want to end with some Sporkle or keep talking about football games going on today or what's going on.
Man, it's up to y'all. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm about to get downstairs, probably mow my grass, mow the backyard. I mowed the front yard yesterday, but then I got too tired. It was hot. Andy stays mowing.
Yeah. Well, I've been mowing my parents' yard in addition to ours.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've been taking care of 2 lawns for
How long has
A
that
month.
been going on? Oh yeah, that's got to be exhausting.
It is. My parents are back in town though.
Okay, so do you load it up in your car and go?
Yeah.
They don't have one that you can use over there?
They do, but it's electric, and I don't know where their stuff is. And besides,
Interesting.
I think I used. They have an electric weed eater, and I used it one time, and I just didn't like it compared to
Yeah,
mine.
I've got one. I don't like it either.
So,
Interesting. Have you used that electric mower before? I'm interested to know how it
no,
is.
I
'Cause
haven't.
the guy
I
across the
mean,
street uses one, and it's silent. It's weird.
yeah, it's very lightweight from what I've felt of it, but I haven't used it.
Yeah.
I just load mine up in my car and go over there.
My main gripe with my weed eater, my electric weed eater, is it doesn't hold a charge. The battery doesn't last long enough for me to get the entire yard. So it's
Yeah,
like
well,
it dies, and it half the yard's weed eated, and I'm pissed.
that's the thing with my parents. Like, I think their stuff has died. Like, I get the benefits of the electric stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, another
I'd just
thing
rather
too-
have gas fumes going back into my face.
They do smell good. The crappy thing about my electric weed eater is, so I was like, oh, I could just get an extra battery and have it charged, right? So I go to the store and look at an extra battery. It costs more to get the extra battery than it does to get a whole new weed eater, which makes zero sense.
Yeah. Yeah, this push for electric vehicles around the world. I know we're not talking about
No,
sports right
get
now,
into it.
but this push for electric vehicles, like, it's oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, so my parents used to have a Ford Escape, a hybrid Ford Escape.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, like, the main problem with it now is, like, the batteries are dead. And
Oh,
to replace
snap.
the batteries, like, it's so expensive.
Oh,
And so it's
yeah.
just been like hanging out at their house for a while.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but I considered it at one point, especially when gas was getting super high. I was like, should I,
Yeah.
consider getting an all electric vehicle? And then I was like, the charging stations aren't quite ubiquitous enough for me yet
Yeah. And
because I'm
think
not
they've
sure.
I don't think they've gotten the batteries to a good enough capacity to where if you were to travel somewhere.
That's what concerns me. Long distance travels.
Yeah.
Dying somewhere where there's not something within reach.
Right.
Like I don't really
Getting
know.
to, like, some of the highways
Yeah.
in rural Mississippi, you're like, well, my
Yeah,
battery's about to die. Where am I gonna
Yeah.
go?
I think the infrastructure's got to be a little better before I invest into something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's get off of here before Mauricio starts snoring on Cam.
Ah,
Don't even look at you. Barely
No,
keep your eyes open. You're so
You?
tired all the time.
you, bro.
The schedule's kicking your butt.
Basically.
Oh, Mauricio, was there something that happened in Uvalde this week? Because I saw something did,
Yup.
and then somebody was like, I haven't seen anybody else report on it, so I don't know if it's true or not. Something about, like, gang shootings or whatever.
Yeah, shooting in the park like a block or two away from
Yeah.
the school.
Yeah, some gang shooting.
Yeah. And then Memphis had some dude
Bro.
drive around live streaming shooting people.
Yeah, not only that, but the kidnapping of that lady
teacher.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then there were a murder suicide not too far from where we live.
I was about to bring that up. That's down the street from me.
Yeah.
Somebody saw that their grass was super high, and then so they
Mhm.
called a welfare check and found 2 bodies in there. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy, dude.
I've heard some of what happened, but I mean, it's just a rumor, and so
Really?
I don't want to sit here and say,
Don't say it on here, but put it in our chat because I'm interested. I haven't heard anything after I saw it.
Well, I mean, we can end the podcast here, and I'll say.
Okay, goodbye. This one's only for the boys. This one's only for the boys. Only the boys stay on. Okay.
Get your podcasts wherever you consume them, I guess. We will talk to you guys later, and we're out.